I'm probably about to do something stupid, but I kinda don't care. You might be asking yourself, Levi, what are you doing now? Well, I'll give you a guess. In my kitchen, I have pistons, I have a gallon of antifreeze, which is like really old, and I have a pot on my stove. Have you guessed it yet? Yeah, we need to clean these pistons really bad. As you can see, they're brown or black or whatever color you want to call that. Not exactly ideal because I still don't know how many miles are on this engine, and the carburet deposits have very much not been cleaned off. I tried and I failed. So we're gonna do that today. We're gonna start boiling some antifreeze. We're gonna boil my pistons, and then we're gonna wipe them clean. And yes, this is actually a thing that will clean these from all the minimal research I've done on the internet. All right, I'd say that's probably filled enough. It looks radioactive. So, I'm gonna turn on a light, turn on a vent, turn on a burner, and get going. In the meantime, while we wait on that big old pot of antifreeze to boil, I'm making chicken for dinner. No, I'm not making it at the same time, but I have a tub of hot water, and I'm gonna put my chicken in there, and we're gonna let it sit. And I'll make dinner after I boil, what's that, 2 gallons worth of diluted antifreeze and clean all my pistons off, because I don't wanna get shower, dirty, clean dinner. Yeah, I don't know. We'll be back when it's boiling. So, it definitely smells like it's boiling. Now, this is like strong. And it is boiling, which is good. So now we're gonna put our pistons in. I have no idea exactly how well this is gonna work, but I have some drum brake pliers that fit really well around the rods. So here's the current state, pretty bad. Okay, that's fully submerged, and we've got some dish soap in there. I can already kind of see crap floating around in there, like right over here. So we'll let this go for a couple minutes and see what it does. I also have all of the windows and all of the doors open in this house, so I'm not gonna poison myself. I also have the vent going, but that's not doing too much. It hasn't even been that long, but I'm curious just to check on it and see how it's going. It actually seems like it's cleaning up pretty well. Let's, oh yeah, that's coming clean pretty nicely. But it does need to soak, so soak it will. To me, it's very clear this is actually working. Like, you can see the collection. Oh, that's steaming up. You can see the collection of crap around the outside. We're getting somewhere, and I hope this turns out better than I think it will. It looks, it smells terrible, but it looks quite a lot better. Like, it's turning out great, but honestly, it just seems like, whew, God. It just seems like keeping the thing boiling is gonna be the best option for getting it clean. I might throw in a bit more soap because what the hell, why not? Plus, I honestly don't feel like using more antifreeze. Let's not throw it on the ground. That'd be great. Okay, so the current setup, that's pretty hot. So, that smoke's terrible. I'm gonna grab it with another rag. That's hot, that's hot, that's hot. It's, whew! Lord, I'm being stupid today. This started off as welcome to Levi being a moron with cleaning pistons, and now it's just welcome to Levi being a moron with hot things. Even after that first run, that's so much cleaner. And I'm not gonna record every single bit of this, but I got 7 more pistons to do. We are pretty much done with the first pass. It's been about an hour since I started recording any of this. Here's the pistons I've got. I forgot some rings, whatever. But like, that, actually this is not even the best of them, but like that's pretty clean compared to what we started with here. This one I just did is the best, no doubt. No doubt in my mind. I mean, aside from that top, that's a little grody. But it's turning out awesome. The water, not so much. It's kind of black. So we're gonna grab the last gallon of antifreeze that I have, bring it in, because I've mostly been using water to refill this because I was lazy. But from now on, because we're boiling off so much, I mean, I don't know how well you can see it, but right there is the top of the piston. It's almost coming out, so we're gonna need more. So I think I'm gonna start, on this next run, I'm gonna add more antifreeze, I'm gonna wipe this down, and then I'm going to start going for 10 minutes a boil. I don't know why I was stared at the ceiling for that, but I'm gonna start going for about 10 minutes a boil to hopefully remove all the other carbon crap from it, which is gonna put me at least 8 o'clock by the time I'm making dinner. Progress, a little bit. It's 7:30, it's been another hour. Actually, how much time do I have left on this boil? I have about 40 seconds left on this boil, so I gotta make this quick. Piston number 3 is boiling. I have 1 and 2 done. I don't really like the amount of crap still on them. There's not a lot, but there's enough. So depending on how I'm feeling, I might put them in for a 3rd run. Probably only like 5 minutes or so to cut down on time. With that being said, I've got easily another hour left of this. I'm starving. The chicken is in the fridge. I'm gonna make that tomorrow. I just ordered myself a pizza. Domino's won't deliver to me, which sucks because they're pretty good. I ordered Papa John's. That'll be here in like 45 minutes. I'm gonna get back to pistons and update you when we're done. All right, first off, in case you can't tell, I got a light, so I'm no longer filming in darkness, which is amazing. It's currently 8 o'clock on the dot. What's my current situation here with pistons? Let's see. I have 7 of them pretty well done. All of these I do want to put in for one last, I'm done. I have 6 of these done. All of them I do want to put in for one last quick, like 5-minute bath just to try and get as much of the crap off there as I can. I have 1 boiling, I have 1 in there, and I'm out of antifreeze. The 2nd gallon I thought I had was just pure oil, and that would be a problem. However, in the meantime, my food has arrived. I got a stuffed crust pizza from Papa John's. I got a 2-liter of root beer. I got some garlic knots, because garlic knots are amazing. Yeah. Hopefully, I can get all this done to reasonable satisfaction tonight. Yeah, hopefully I can get all this done, immediately shower, and go fall asleep, because, again, it's 8 o'clock. I've been moving since 6:30 this morning. I'm exhausted. Okay, we're finally done. It's 8:30, so I did just give up on that 3rd pass, because honestly, a lot of these are as clean as they can get. We got all 8 pistons laying out there. I just shut this off. That is disgusting. There are, I gotta look for them again, because I don't remember, okay, there it is. There are a couple concerning bits of some of these pistons. So I'm gonna show you this one here, which is by far the worst of them. We're gonna kind of turn you on the side, because this works, and shut the light off. So right there, you can see all that pitting and whatnot. That's not just dirt, that's actual pitting on the pistons. But the good news is that's not like critical, I guess. I mean, it's not good because something got into the engine, but I didn't see any damage in the heads when I was looking through those. Really good. And it's not on the walls where it's making contact. Even better. So I'm gonna just let these go, air out my house, go take a shower, eat some more pizza, and then fall asleep. I think I'm gonna be picking up a transmission really soon. I don't know if it's gonna need rebuilt or not. I think it'll be fine, but it's definitely gonna need some modifications to work for what I'm doing. So we might be doing that tomorrow or the next day. This weekend I'm gone, but next week we're gonna dig right back into building this. We're gonna go Cam bearings, they arrived, they're going in. We're gonna put the camshaft, we're gonna get timing. We might even try and put the pistons in. I at least wanna get the cam done and have these ready, because I think my dad's gonna come help me with some of this on, I don't know, Saturday or Sunday. I don't know, we'll see how it goes. Okay, we're back in the garage and things are about to start getting fun. So I haven't done a whole lot more with this. I have a plate here. That plate is engine mounts I designed, which are gonna look okay, I'm not gonna lift that, it's gonna fall apart. They're gonna look something like this. Ignore all the red magnets, it's there. There's the other bits, there's bolts, decently weighty bushings, all 1/4 inch metal. All's really good. I don't have my welder right now, otherwise they'd be together. But that's not the point. What else I got, also over on the shelf in case you didn't notice, your orange. I'm having a stroke, I swear. Orange paint, because I'm painting this block orange for 2 reasons. One, it's a Chevy, kind of gotta go orange. I mean, that's what I've been told. Hey, orange, wasn't even thinking of that. 2, it's an iron block and I don't want it to rust or degrade anymore. Also, I know when I mentioned working on last time, I was considering picking up a transmission. I did, but not the one I thought. This right here is a Ford top loader 3-speed manual transmission. It works, well, I don't want to say beautifully, but I mean, it does kind of work beautifully. And especially when you realize I got it for $20 whole. That's it. I do plan to use this in the truck. It's not going to be a 3-speed. Don't lose your mind. This is going to be for a kind of stupid idea I have. But we're going to get into that maybe this video, maybe next. A lot of shifters. Let's just leave it at that. Anyways, back to the block. I have a handful of things that need to go on here. One of which is, ooh, great. One of which is that oil pan, because I'm not using that oil pan anymore. Not after this. So I don't care if it gets orange. I need to put the valley cover on, the front cover, the rear cover. How am I gonna put the rear cover on? Well, I'm gonna flip this and hang it from the engine crate hanging in the corner. That's how I'm gonna put that all on. And then we're gonna tape off everything else that needs taped, mostly just the cylinder heads at that point. And then we're gonna take it out into the middle of the driveway, like right there. And then we're gonna paint it orange. So step 1, we gotta pull the engine crane around. I gotta put a handle on that. So before we do anything else, I'm gonna throw on oil pan, front cover, and then, well, I don't know where my valley cover went. I think it's buried somewhere back there, but we're gonna dig that out. Let's get our oil pan on. Okay, this plate needs to go over here with the rest of the stuff. This does not have to be a nice tape job. This is all coming off in like an hour. Ooh, that's very bottom heavy. Now, oh my God. That's no good. So this, my friends, my very elegant solution to a very elegant problem. You know, being a car guy, you'd think I know what a Harley sounds like, so I know when this guy pulls up. But no. No, I don't. Oh, there it is, there he is. That's him. Phew. Okay, so Walk is taped. He's here.
What's up?
Got a chain. We're gonna try and lift this. This should not be plugging this hole. This does not go here. Shut up. This doesn't go here, but it's garbage, so it'll work for painting. I don't know if I'm gonna paint the back, but I need to get to different angles, so I'm just gonna use the crane anyway. Screw it. All right.
Hey, wait a minute.
What?
I don't like this. I one specific reason.
Huh.
That's still wind travel.
There we go.
This whole thing's good.
Yep. Look at that. Okay, you can't tell me that doesn't look good. Oh yeah, no, this is like traditional.
Yeah, I was gonna say like the paint. I almost said the paint would be a little more orange, but that's a lot nicer.
No, this is like 70s muscle car Chevy orange.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
I need to plug that hole. Okay, there we go. That's dipstick. Ow! Yeah, I'm fine. All right, let's knock this side out. What do you mean by that? Like, job smart? The problem is there's just not enough time and money to do it when I want.
Specific.
Oh my god. That's amazing.
Yay.
Now, if this wasn't chained to the front. Okay, well, in case you couldn't hear that, he's gone. We got his bike fixed up. I didn't get much of that. Oh my god. She's painted and it's amazing. Like, this is so much better than I ever thought it would be. I mean, it looked good before, like even when it still had it taped, but like, beautiful. There's a couple spots missed, like there, but you're not gonna see those. And I'm not too worried about them because there's gonna be sensors and a dipstick going there anyway. So I wanted them to not be plugged. Massive thanks to Tony for helping me move this thing. This engine and stand, you're probably looking about 700 pounds. Now it's on wheels, so I didn't have to like pick it up and carry it, but 700 pounds is a lot of weight. And moving that around a garage, back into a garage with dips and chips and all that, not fun to do on your own. So thank you, Tony. Tomorrow, if the weather holds up, my dad and I are planning to go to a junkyard. Because at a junkyard 15 minutes from my house, I've found an NP205. And I've been looking for an NP205 for a while. Now, it's in a Ford, and I'm running Chevy drivetrain. So the adapting, well, it's gonna be fun, let's put it that way. But with the other stuff I plan on doing, I don't think it's gonna be that much of a problem. I don't know. If I can find one from a Chevy, I'm gonna find one from a Chevy. But I don't know if I can. So we're not gonna bank on anything. But it is what it is. If the weather's good, I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, so in case you can't tell, we did not end up deciding to go to the junkyard today. You kind of necessarily can't see it outside, but it's rather wet. It rained a good amount of last night, and truthfully, I do not feel like going and laying in the mud under, what was it, 78 Ford? I think that transfer case was from. I don't feel like dragging out a 150-pound cast iron box. So, thankfully it stopped raining, but we're gonna go into the garage. I wanna try and get just the camshaft in today. I'm not gonna try and get pistons, I'm not gonna try and get a whole assembly. I just wanna get the bearings and the camshaft in, that way I can put that tool away and call it done. Just another of the wonders of having a 3D printer. I made a bracket for the flywheel that I believe goes on just kind of something like that. This will hold the flywheel in place when I need it. I'm still really happy with the way this turned out. Not so happy about how broken my engine stand is, but well, it is what it is. Now we have our correct set of cam bearings. So now I have the proper set of cam bearings, I can start to put them in. These are the oversized. Well, if you guys remember anything from last time, it's the same principle of just line it up, tap it in, and it should work. Now, thank you to, what's this guy's name again? I think it's Mr. Man Dude reminded me that assembly lubricant exists. Now, I don't want to put this on these bearings when I put them in here, but I do want to put them on the bearings before I put them in, because I didn't do that on the crank. So, let's try this. We gotta go get our bearing number 5. Now here, if you want complicated, because I already have the crankshaft in, oh, this has got to back out a bit more. I'm putting these in through the pistons. I'm nervous. Probably shouldn't be, but I'm nervous. And that's that. Woo! Big moment, big moment. Camshaft is here. I'm gonna take Mr. Man's advice. How much do I need to go here? Good question. I'm gonna do very liberal amount. Why is my camshaft not fitting in? What? Something's not right. I'm not gonna drown it and force it in. What the hell? Okay. I don't even have the energy to go grab the other camera and do a proper first person, but I'm trying to put the camshaft in after putting in my bearings, and it won't go. And then I looked it up, tried to spin it, and well, really fun thing, I started shaving away bearing material. So now, I don't know what to do, aside from take these. Okay, you know what? Y'all are just gonna have a really fun time hearing this breakdown, I'll tell you that. At this point, I'm just gonna rip these cam bearings out, see if they even fit over my camshaft. They probably won't, so I'll probably have to order a whole brand new set of cam bearings, obviously, because these ones are roasted. I'd have to order a new cam too, because of course the bearings that I have that actually fit the engine don't fit the cam. I don't know what to do. I'm losing my mind. Of course, I start to do things right. I get the assembly lube, I get everything else. It doesn't work. Why would it work? Why would it want to make my life easier? Oh, it's just a cam, he said. Oh, it can't be that hard, he said. Who was he? Because he's a moron. Great. Great. Why? I don't even know what to do at this point. I need to know who I off to keep getting totally screwed over on these bearings. So once again, I figured out what I did. I put this in a comment on the last video, but I never actually explained it. And I'm gonna try and show you here on Rock Auto, because I can. Because why not? Rock Auto is actually pretty good. So here's my Rock Auto page. Right here, this heart set is the first set of bearings I bought. Inner diameter of 2.327. That was every single LM7 from 1999 to early 2003. Late 2003, they changed the inner diameter to 2.347. And when I bought these originally, I bought them as a 2002, which puts them in the 327 range. And they didn't fit. They were too small. So they had to be the 2.347s. So I bought this set right here. This Engine Tech CC438. Now I just noticed this, looking here. There's a spot right here, and I'm gonna highlight it. 0.010 undersized inner diameter. So what that means, for anybody who's not, great with terminology, you have a circle. The circle has an outer diameter and an inner diameter. If you want something to fit that inner diameter, it's gotta be right. And if that inner diameter is too small, the thing's not gonna fit in. Hey, guess what? that inner diameter is undersized on mine. And I didn't know that. The right bearings I need are these ones. The Engine Tech CC433s. Well, there's your tolerances. 2.346 to 2.348. Not 2.32, 2.34. I'm incredibly grateful for the fact that Rock Auto exists. Because even with shipping showing up Wednesday, which, not a big deal, I've got other stuff. Even with shipping showing up Wednesday, it's 25 bucks. And 25 bucks isn't really too bad. Okay, just out of curiosity, what's a new camshaft cost? $145 from these guys? I don't need one. I was just curious. Come over here and hit this fancy little place order button. It's being processed. There. These are the right bearings. And if they aren't, I'm gonna cry. Like, I was this close to breaking down the tears when I found out that didn't fit. And when I found out that my camshaft was grinding away shards of my bearings. Since we already had to purchase something here, let's talk about money. I've spent more money than I care to admit on this project. Don't like it. I have a guess as to how far deep I'm gonna be by the time this is done. And I really don't wanna say it, because nobody ever talks about this, but I don't care. I'm expecting to be $20,000 to $25,000 deep by the time I have this truck running. Not just the engine. God, no, not just the engine. By the time the truck's done, I'm honestly expecting to be $20,000 to $25,000 deep. That being said, right now, when I punch this number in, let's see, I'm looking at a final number right now. I'm gonna give you guys until I put out the next video, which, knowing my upload schedule, who knows when that's gonna be. I plan to have that out within the next 2 weeks. Between the time you're seeing this and the time my next video comes out, I want you to put your guesses in the comments as to what I've actually spent on this. Once the next video comes out, closest person to what the actual number was, and I'll show it next time, you're gonna get a free t-shirt. I'm gonna go because that annoyed me like a lot. And I have a lot of editing, trimming, and censoring to do before this releases. To everybody who's still here, thank you so much for watching, for keeping up, for laughing at me probably through the failures and realizing, oh, he has no idea what he's doing. Yeah, no, I have no idea what I'm doing. But I'm trying to learn. And if I have to spend over $1,000 to learn, if I have to spend over $5,000, $10,000 to learn, I will. It's one more skill I didn't have before. Stay safe. Love you guys. Have a good one.